Hi Gray, you've got 10 minutes, including questions, thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Gray Chapman, a local ratepayer of Fairfield, and I'm here today to present my submission on the fluoridation of water supply. I'd like to thank the Council for allowing me to speak today and to have the courage to sort this issue out once and for all. Mindful of the 10-minute time limit, I have adjusted my written submission a lot, so just to make it fit. My belief is that there are too many variables and unknown consequences to allow fluoridation to continue. Here are the main reasons why I believe it needs to stop. Reason 1, New Plymouth District Council unanimously voted to remove fluoride from all water supplies in the region. The decision was based on doubts that the benefits to teeth outweighed potential health risks. This means they saw potential health hazards with fluoridated water that overrode perceived dental benefits, and they felt it was important to eliminate that risk. However, a statement produced after that decision, published by the New Zealand Dental Association on Water Fluoridation 2012, suggests otherwise. Quote, reviews of research from Australia, Europe, UK, US have consistently found benefits to dental health and no evidence of adverse general health effects from water fluoridation at optimal levels. So what are the health risks New Plymouth District Council were concerned about? According to US osteopath physician Dr. Joseph Mercola, there are many fluoride safety risks ranging from dementia, arthritis, increased lead absorption and impaired thyroid function, dental fluorosis, for example. But he also talks about guidelines for administering drugs safely. Quote, paediatricians are taught to pay attention to the weight-based dosage of each drug so the patient receives the correct safe dose for their weight. Fluoridating the water supply does not provide a correctly measured weight-based dose, so it does not meet paediatrician safety guidelines. This means mass blanket fluoridation is actually ineffective. If the dose is lowered, it is even more ineffective. If the dose is increased, the fluoride safety risk exposure levels are dramatically increased. Sorry, a bit nervous. Think about this for a minute. Why isn't there a massive outbreak of tooth decay right now in Te Awamutu, Cambridge, Rotorua, Tauranga and Christchurch? They are not fluoridated. Why are their teeth not falling out right now? Where is the benefit? Maybe there aren't any. Maybe New Plymouth District Council voted accordingly and understood that. Reason 2, Hamilton City Council services. The council is there to provide services for ratepayers. Examples, animal control, building consent, cemeteries, noise control, waste, libraries, parking permits, planning, transport, on and on. All of these services are infrastructure-based, not public health-based. There are no requirements for council to provide a public health service simply because it is not their responsibility to do so. Is it not the responsibility of the individual and central government to look after personal and public health needs? Reason 3, dietary issues, the root cause of tooth decay. I've got some pictures you've probably already seen anyway.
If you'd like to give them to Jacob, he'll hand them around. Thanks.
The Waikato DHB website shows an extreme case of tooth decay for a 6-7-year-old child. The picture shows the top front teeth worn down to nothing between fang to fang up the top there. Discolorations in the lower front teeth, while the others appear reasonably healthy. Two things to take note of. Number 1, if the child is a pin-up for supporting fluoridation, why is it that the rear teeth for this child are not equally worn down or in a state of disrepair like the front? Number 2, when sucking on a drink bottle, the concentration of fluid passes mainly across and through the front teeth. The usual liquid is high sugar fruit juice. This is the reason why the front teeth rotted out while the back set did not. Long-term high sugar concentrated suction through the front teeth. The high sugar, poor nutrition diet of the modern era is the single biggest cause of Western health diseases such as obesity and tooth decay, and is well known and understood. Treating the decay symptom does not cure the dietary problem. Instead of focusing on fluoridation, how about looking to promote a healthier diet and look at ways to allow everyone to afford it? High sugar diets carry no nutritional benefit but are a cheaper alternative to healthy foods. Closing the food cost gap would go a long way to reducing tooth decay rates. Fluoridating the water supply is simply an ambulance waiting at the bottom of a cliff. It is simply too late. Population dietary habits are not a concern of the Council, so why is the Council asked to fix it through water fluoridation? Last reason, cost. Hamilton City Council spends $40,000 per annum on fluoridation. Why? If the Waikato DHB believes it is so great, why are they not paying for it? To close up, I would like to see the removal of fluoride from Hamilton City Council for the following reasons. Mass blanket fluoride dosing does not provide uniform population tooth protection. The health risks exceeded tooth protection benefits, enough for the Council in New Plymouth to stop the practice. Some of our towns and cities didn't even start, and they do not have significant tooth decay issues. Number two, the Council is not in the business of providing a public health service, nor should it be expected to. Number three, the real cause of tooth decay is the westernised, high sugar, poor nutrition diet. When what people eat is their business, there is enough information and daily proof of what happens when you make bad food choices, and tooth decay is a risk and subsequent effect from making those decisions. Number four, paying $40,000 per annum on a mass blanket water dosage system is wasted money. Spend it on something worthwhile, like employing another person at your front desk. I don't know how many times I've waited to talk to someone at your offices. Please help your front desk staff out, employ another one. I wish the councillors the best of luck and hope they use common sense and remove fluoride from the city water supply. Don't be worried that you are voting against a well-funded, government-backed district health provider who supports an ineffective and dangerous watering system. They receive funding to cover things like this. You do not. I don't wish to pay 5 times for looking after my teeth. Private health insurance, annual dentist visits, twice daily brushing that cost me a massive wallet-destroying expense of $6 a month for a brush and a tube of paste. Public health service through taxation and council fluoridation schemes. 5 times is a little bit much. Please show common sense, stand up and vote no more. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Any questions, councillors?
Questions?
No, good presentation, thank you very much. All right, the next speaker is Malibu Hamilton. Hi Malibu, off you go. Thank you. You
You're
can
just
start.
standing out there.
You can start if you like. Thanks.
The whakatauki and te reo Māori I've actually put into English so it could be easily understood. My name is Malibu Michael Hamilton. I am a tangata whenua environmental practitioner and have participated in the resource management arena for many years. I have a bachelor's degree in iwi environmental management. I have undertaken resource consent processing for Te Kotuku Whenua, one of the environmental groups of the Ngāti Wairere Hapu, and on occasions for Tainui Awhiro, Ngunguru Te Po, Nguru Te Ao Management Committee, and many community groups. Today I appear as a representative for Te Ngāti Roa Maui. We are a surfing organisation situated in Whangaroa Raglan based on tangata whenua values. Our environmental unit was established in 2001 to address issues pertaining to adverse effects to waterways, harbours and coastal waters. We campaign for clean, safe, recreational waters, free from adverse effects of sewage effluents, toxic chemicals, and promote a solution-based argument of viable and sustainable alternatives. Te Ngāti Roa Maui closely networks with our national organisation Surf Break Protection Society, along with networking with Lost Waves Aotearoa. The 3 organisations strive to support coastal hapu and communities in environmental and coastal matters. Many of our members have whānau and mokopuna that reside in Hamilton. I personally have whānau and mokopuna residing in Hamilton. It is our view that our whānau are adversely affected by the actions of the council, dosing the water with fluoride. Tangata whenua view water as a taonga, the lifeblood that flows through Papatuanuku. It connects us to our whakapapa, our tūpuna and our ancestors. From the mighty Tongariro to Puahaua Waikato flows the majestic Waikato. There are several hydro dams, a city, towns and much industry taking water and discharging back into the Waikato. Polluted water from wastewater plants, industrial and residential stormwater runoff. The city, towns, industry and farms leach or discharge a range of chemicals. From Mercer to the sea is classified as unsafe and has the lowest ranking. Scientists use that stretch to take samples and test for pollution. DDT, organochlorines, endocrine disruptors and many substances are found in the sediment and water. Each year a cocktail of chemicals that has not been designed to mix together are being discharged. Very little regard has been placed on how chemicals mix with others, nor are the adverse effects of these chemicals being scientifically proven safe to discharge. There is limited or no scientific research on the chemical cocktail mix as to the adverse effects to aquatic life forms or adverse effects to human health. Hamilton City Council does take million litres of water from the Waikato Awa and discharge large amounts daily. The city does take polluted water and discharge more polluted water into the Awa. The wastewater treatment station, industrial users and stormwater discharges are contributors to that pollution. Fluoridation of public water supplies by the council is a contributor of pollution to the Awa. While it may be argued that it's a small contribution in parts per million, it also amounts to large amounts overall that is being discharged. Te Ngāra Roa Maui consider it's unethical to force-feed medication in the guise of dental care and considers that there is substantial evidence from scientific and medical health experts that state there is more harm done by fluoridation of public water supplies. Te Ngāra Roa Maui maintains that it's each citizen's right to make the choice on what they ingest and not be force-fed toxic chemicals. Why does my mokopuna have to be double-dose fluoride? It is very difficult to purchase toothpaste from the supermarkets that has not got fluoride added. Toothpaste without fluoride can be obtained in specialist shops, but that places whānau under more pressure, time and expense. Conclusion. For Māori, there is much sadness as we know that from Hooker Falls springs forth water that has vigour to finally arrive at Puahaua Waikato, adversely affected by toxins that have been discharged into the Awa. The Awa discharges to the coast and adverse effects are being discharged to potentially affect coastal people along with the users of the Waikato Awa. We urge the committee to consider the harmful effects to human and aquatic life forms of dosing the water supply for Hamilton City Council. Te Ngāra Roa Maui is opposed to the fluoridation of the water supply and seek the Hamilton City discontinues the practice. Kia ora.
Thank you very much for that. Now, are there any questions, councillors? Yes, Councillor Hennebrand.
Never thought about it. The discharge into the river, you're saying it is poisoning the little, what shall we say? What was the word? The white bait and all the other little creatures that are in there. Are you suggesting that is killing those?
I am suggesting that the fluoride that has been dosed by Hamilton City Council actually has a harmful effect to the aquatic life forms, yes.
Ecosystem, that was the word I was trying to think. Yes.
Okay. Yes, and did you have a question, Martha?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Thanks, Malibu. Just a couple of questions. I would like to know more about you and your group that you represent.
Sure.
Are you able to tell me how many iwi or hapu you represent? How many people?
Our group is not hapu based.
Okay.
Tainui or Tainui or the Tainui hapu out of Whangaroa has their own environmental agency. As in my introduction, one of the committees that is there is some of the stuff that I do with the work for it. So this is not hapu based, but it's Māori based. Our whole kaupapa is based on Māori tangata whenua values.
How many people?
We have somewhere around 18 people participate in Whangaroa. We actually have a database of people that support us from Wellington, Puketeraki Marae. We've been engaged down at Puketeraki to Marae. We've been engaged up north several times. I'm engaged and our group's engaged with regards to the Northern Regional Policy Statement with regards to pollution and adverse effects to surf breaks. We have actually been into Gisborne, whangamata in many other communities, and we have members that actually participate and continually contact us and stay in contact with some of the things that we're doing.
Are these whānau members then?
No, they're not all family. No, we're an organisation that is actually out with Māori values,
Yes.
based as a surfing organisation to actually help and assist coastal organisations, like I'm saying in my introduction.
So surfing organisation? you
Yes,
said?
it's a surfing organisation.
Sorry, I'm a little deaf.
No, that's
I'm
okay,
speaking a little
I'm-
quickly. Did you say 18 or 8018?
There's 18 members out of Whangaroa,
Thank you.
and as I said, we have quite a large database of people who actually continually contact us and we deal with in coastal communities.
Okay, thank you. Second question is your group mandated at all?
Our group was an incorporated society previously,
Yeah.
and it's non-incorporated now, and
Yes.
we're running as an unincorporated body.
Okay, so you're formally recognised by, let me see, if you're already used as a consultant, are you formally recognised in resource, consent, hearings, etc.?
The answer to that is most definitely. Our view is that when we go to coastal communities,
Yes.
as in such, let's use the Gisborne wastewater discharge issues, our evidence was crucial with regards to how they faced making their decision. And so we're widely recognised in resource consent hearings with regards to having a view that is pertinent to the particular subjects that we're dealing with.
Thank you. I'm just trying to find out a
Yep,
little
no,
more
that's
about you.
fine. I have no
Cool.
no problem with it.
And my last question is we've heard earlier in this tribunal from one of the groups that comes to mind is the Māori Dental Board, I think. I'm not
Yes.
quite sure what their official name is. They desire for fluoride to remain in the water supply because it supports and it looks after the Māori population, because Māori are disproportionately higher represented in the tooth decay, dental health environment. So can you give me what are your comments? What do you think about that? That if we and the assumption is that if we remove fluoride from the water, that we're going to place Māori children at an even greater risk or disadvantage them even more.
I'm taking it from you that the latter part of your conversation then is what you're asking the question. It's the question, isn't
Yeah,
it?
what do you
What's my view with regards to taking it out, whether it's affecting other Māori?
Yeah.
Yes,
Basically.
That's what you're being asked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
My view is that there could be some potential effect with regards to other Māori whānau. I can't speak for them, nor can I speak for the Dental Association. They have a right to actually put in a support of having fluoride, as much as I have a right in opposition. But I do say, in my opinion, the harm that I consider is actually more great by double dosing with the fluoride from doing toothpaste with fluoride in it for our tamariki, and actually the ill health effects that we're suffering and potentially suffering from the fluoride in our water as drinking water. That's my view.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Right, next speaker is Geraldine Penney. Thank you. Right, Geraldine, so 10 minutes including questions, thanks.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor and councillors. My name is Geraldine Penney and I'm going to speak today for Hamilton's youngest citizens, our infants. Comparing exclusively breastfed babies to bottle-fed babies highlights an area of concern. Breastfed babies receive a very small amount of fluoride as a physiological plasma milk barrier exists. This would suggest that fluoride is either unnecessary to the infant or harmful. On the other hand, a bottle-fed baby whose bottle is made with fluoridated water receives 200 to 250 times more fluoride than a breastfed baby. For their weight, these infants ingest the highest levels of fluoride in our community. Whilst most agree fluoridated formula may cause mild fluorosis, other points to consider are that a baby's blood-brain barrier is not fully formed, and also their kidneys are unable to process the fluoride as an adult's can. The American Dental Association in 2006 recognised that infants less than 1 year old may be getting more than the optimal amount of fluoride, and recommended parents and caregivers should consider using water that has low or no levels of fluoride. So, councillors, I know this has been brief, but I implore you to please consider our younger citizens as you make your decision about fluoride in Hamilton. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Geraldine. So just wait and see if there's any questions. Any questions on that? No, that's because you were very clear about what your point was, so thank you for that. Okay, so just get an update on our last speaker who's travelling in from work. So we're just about 4 o'clock. What time?
Sorry, we're now waiting on Ted Dinner.
Yeah, so is he going to be here hopefully about 20 past?
Hoping that he will be here within 30 minutes.
Okay, so councillor, just to let you know, Ted does want to appear in person to give his oral submission rather than by phone. So we're now going to be adjourned, everyone. We're waiting for the final speaker. So we'll reconvene when he arrives. Thank you.